Patrick Daly here, and welcome to episode number 8 of For the Week That's In It. So today I wanted to talk to you about the distinctions between process and content and how we think about our work in terms of these two aspects of what we do. So if I had asked you, say, half an hour ago before you started listening to this, what are you doing and what are you thinking about what you're doing? What might you have answered? Well, whatever it might have been, it would have shed a lot of light on how you operate and how you think about your work. So if you said to me something like, well, I'm writing an email to John at supplier X about the date of his next delivery of components to us because it's the next thing on my to-do list. Well, then I would have said that would indicate a very task-oriented, content-focused way of approaching and thinking about your work. But if, say, on the other hand, you'd said something like, well, we have a commitment with our customers to deliver their orders on time, and I need to ensure that John at Key Supplier X is going to get his critical components over to us by this Tuesday so that our production and logistics team can get our customer orders delivered on time. And I've decided to write to John an email because I know that's the communications channel that he prefers and the one he's most responsive to. Well, then this indicates a much more objectives-oriented, process-focused way of approaching your work. So in the first example, in the content-oriented approach, it's as if the whole point of the exercise is the email itself, the deliverable as it's often referred to. However, in this way of thinking about work at hand, the task lacks context. It's hard to see how it relates to anything else that might be going on or how relevant it might be in the grand scheme of things. So for example, if I didn't do the email at all, would it matter? Would it matter a lot? Would it matter a little? Would it not matter at all? Who knows? So on the other hand, in the objectives and process-oriented approach, it's very clear that there's a higher order business outcome that we have in mind all the time, and that this desired outcome has a high degree of relevance and importance to our production department, to our logistics department, to our customers, and also to the quality of our ongoing relationship with our key supplier of critical components. So in this case, the email is absolutely not the point. It's just a means to an end that I'm seeking, and it's just one option among others that I might have considered, such as calling John on the cell phone or the landline or sending him a text. So in this way of thinking, the task has context, it has relevance, and it has priority. I can clearly see how important it is. I can see what the implications would be if I didn't do it, and consequently my level of engagement and motivation is much higher. So in my experience, the most successful people in work, in business and life, are process oriented. They see the bigger picture, they keep the focus on the desired outcomes, they consider the options available to them, and they select the most appropriate actions in each case. And then they execute in a highly motivated, engaged, and effective way. So what do you think about you, yourself, your own team? Are you more content-oriented or are you more process-oriented? Do you and your team have the right information, context, and insight to be able to operate in a process-oriented manner? How about actually checking in on yourself of a few of the tasks you do, say, today, as you're actually doing them? And as you're doing them, think, am I operating here from a process-oriented perspective or am I operating from a content-oriented perspective? And see what you discover. And I'd love to hear back from you, what you discovered through this exercise in the comment section here below. So look forward to hear from you. That's all for this episode. See you back here next week for more tips and insights on For the Week That's In It. Take care. Bye-bye.